The Adventure of Rex and Snap. Once upon a time, in a mysterious jungle between the modern world and the past, lived two best friends. Rex, a strong but clumsy T-Rex, and Snap, a quick-witted crocodile with sharp intelligence. The beginning of the journey. One day, Rex discovered an old map hidden inside a large rock. The map had a bright red X marked on it, along with some faded words. Whoever finds this treasure shall become the ruler of the animal kingdom. Excited, Rex showed the map to Snap. Snap, do you think this is real? Snap squinted at the map and grinned. Whether it's real or not, we should try. It's an adventure. Crossing the deadly swamp. Their journey began, leading them through dense jungles, raging rivers, and dangerous swamps. At one point, they encountered the deadly swamp, where a group of giant snakes ambushed them. Even though Rex was big, he was terrified of snakes. Thinking fast, Snap used his tail to knock over a nearby ancient tree, creating a bridge for them to escape. You're a genius, Snap, Rex sighed in relief. The mysterious cave. Finally, they reached a deep, dark cave where the X on the map pointed. But before they could enter, they had to face the guardian of the treasure, an ancient dragon watching over it. Rex stepped forward, trying to roar as loudly as he could to scare the dragon, but he tripped over a rock and fell. Snap quickly spoke up. We don't want to take the treasure. We just want to hear its story. The dragon was surprised, then smiled. It revealed that the real treasure was not gold or riches, but wisdom and friendship. Only those who could complete the journey without resorting to violence were worthy of learning the ancient secrets of the dragons. Rex and Snap's adventure to the Sky Island. One morning, Rex and Snap were resting near a waterfall when a strange object fell from the sky. It was a golden feather, glowing under the sunlight. Snap picked it up and examined it. This doesn't belong to any bird I know. Maybe it came from a legendary creature. Rex's eyes widened. Then we have to find out where it came from. The journey to the floating mountain. Following the wind's direction, they traveled through dense jungles and crossed wide rivers until they reached the floating mountain, a giant rock hovering above the clouds. The only way up was an old, broken sky bridge, swaying dangerously with every gust of wind. I don't like heights, Rex muttered. Then hold on to me and don't look down, Snap said confidently as he carefully led the way across. After a tense climb, they finally reached the top, where a beautiful island floated in the sky. Meeting the Sky Guardian. On the island, they saw a giant golden bird with shimmering wings. It was the legendary Sky Guardian. You have found my feather, the bird spoke. But why did you come all this way? We wanted to return it to its owner and learn about this mysterious island, Snap replied. The Sky Guardian nodded. You two have brave hearts. As a reward, I will grant you a gift. With a flap of its wings, the bird gave Rex and Snap the ability to call the wind whenever they needed help. As they descended from the island, Rex laughed. Now heights don't seem so scary anymore, Snap smirked. That's because we've got the wind on our side. And so, with a new power and an unforgettable experience, their adventures continued. Rex and Snap's underwater adventure. One afternoon, Rex and Snap were walking along the beach when they noticed something unusual, a large, ancient-looking seashell half buried in the sand. When Snap picked it up, the shell started to glow and a deep voice echoed from within. The lost city awaits. Rex gulped. Did that shell just talk? Snap grinned. Looks like we have another adventure ahead. Diving into the unknown. Following the mysterious message, they swam deep into the ocean, guided by the glowing shell. Soon, they found themselves at the entrance of a massive underwater city, covered in coral and seaweed. Towering structures and glowing jellyfish surrounded them. But before they could explore further, a massive kraken appeared, blocking their way. You do not belong here, the sea monster roared, its tentacles thrashing in the water. The test of the ocean. Thinking quickly, Snap held up the glowing seashell. We were sent here by this. The kraken's eyes widened. Only those worthy may enter the city. Prove your bravery. Before they could react, a giant underwater whirlpool formed, pulling them in. They had to work together. Snap used his powerful swimming skills to steer them, while Rex used his strength to break through obstacles. At the last moment, Rex grabbed onto a coral ledge, pulling them both out of the whirlpool's grasp. The kraken, impressed, moved aside. You have passed the test. Welcome to Atlantica, the city of the ocean. A secret beneath the waves. As they entered the lost city, they discovered treasures, ancient scrolls, and secrets of the deep. But most importantly, they learned that courage and teamwork were the true keys to unlocking any mystery. Rex and Snap's journey to the Fire Mountain. One evening, as the sun set over the jungle, the ground suddenly shook. A distant volcano rumbled, spewing smoke into the sky. The Fire Mountain is awakening, an old turtle warned. If it erupts, it will destroy the entire jungle. Rex and Snap exchanged glances. Then we have to stop it. The climb begins. The two friends traveled through rocky valleys and lava fields, feeling the heat grow stronger with every step. Suddenly, the ground cracked beneath them. A river of lava was approaching fast. Snap spotted a group of fallen logs. We can use these to cross. Rex quickly pushed the logs together, and with careful steps, they made it across just before the lava reached them. The Guardian of Fire. At the volcano's peak, they found an ancient fire guardian, a massive stone lion with glowing eyes. You dare challenge the mountain? The Guardian roared. We don't want to challenge it. We want to save the jungle, Rex said. The Guardian studied them for a moment, then nodded. To calm the fire mountain, you must awaken the crystal of balance hidden inside. Into the heart of the volcano. Braving the heat, they entered the volcano's core, where the crystal of balance lay on a floating rock above molten lava. I'll jump for it, Rex said. No, you're too heavy. I'll do it, Snap countered. Using his speed, Snap leaped across the stones, grabbed the crystal, and threw it to Rex just as the rock beneath him crumbled. Rex caught the crystal and slammed it into the ground. Instantly, the volcano stopped rumbling, and the lava cooled. The Fire Guardian smiled. You have restored balance. The jungle is safe. As they climbed down, Rex grinned. I think we just saved the world. Snap smirked. Another day, another adventure. Rex and Snap's adventure in the frozen land. One morning, Rex and Snap woke up to find their jungle covered in ice and snow. The rivers were frozen, and the trees were coated in frost. This isn't normal, Snap muttered. Then a small bird shivering from the cold landed near them. The Ice King has stolen the sun crystal. If we don't get it back, the jungle will stay frozen forever. Rex and Snap looked at each other. Another adventure had begun. Crossing the ice canyon. Following the bird's directions, they traveled to the frozen land, where icy winds howled and sharp icicles hung from cliffs. To reach the Ice King's castle, they had to cross a massive ice canyon. Rex tried to step forward, but the ice cracked beneath his weight. I think I'll stay back. Snap, being lighter, crawled carefully across and used his tail to pull Rex to safety. Maybe I should go on a diet. Rex joked as they reached the other side. The Ice King's castle. At the heart of the frozen land stood a towering castle made of ice, guarded by snow wolves. We need a distraction, Snap whispered. Rex grinned. Leave it to me. He let out his loudest roar, shaking the castle walls. The wolves panicked and ran after him while Snap slipped inside unnoticed. Stealing back the sun crystal. Inside the throne room, the Ice King, a towering figure of ice and frost, held the sun crystal in his hand. You dare steal my treasure? He bellowed. Snap quickly grabbed a torch and threw it at the crystal. The heat weakened the ice around it, and Snap leaped forward, snatching it from the Ice King's grasp. Rex, still outside, saw Snap running and shouted, "Time to go!" The two friends dashed out as the Ice King's castle began to crack and collapse. The jungle returns to life. As soon as they placed the sun crystal back in the jungle, the snow melted, the rivers flowed again, and warmth returned. The little bird chirped happily. You saved us, Rex grinned. Well, that was cool, literally. Snap smirked. Let's hope our next adventure is somewhere warmer. Rex and Snap's adventure in the desert of lost time. One day, Rex and Snap were exploring a rocky canyon when they found an ancient hourglass buried in the sand. As soon as Snap brushed off the dust, the sand inside started swirling, and a deep voice echoed, "Turn back the hourglass, and time shall bend to your will. But beware, the desert of lost time does not forgive mistakes." Rex's eyes widened. Time travel? That sounds awesome. Snap, always cautious, frowned. Or dangerous. But we should find out more. Entering the desert of lost time. The moment they stepped into the desert, the sky darkened and a powerful sandstorm surrounded them. When it cleared, the landscape had changed. Giant ancient ruins appeared where there was once only sand. I think we traveled to the past, Snap whispered. Before they could process it, a group of mysterious, shadowy figures emerged from the ruins, their eyes glowing. The Guardians of Time. The hourglass belongs to the Keepers of Time, one of the figures said. You must return it, or time will collapse. Rex clutched the hourglass. But we didn't steal it. We just found it. The Guardian pointed to a distant tower. Take it to the Pillar of Eternity before the last grain of sand falls, or you will be trapped in time forever. The race against time. The hourglass had only a few grains of sand left. Without wasting a second, Rex and Snap sprinted across the desert, dodging falling ruins and avoiding quicksand pits. At one point, the ground cracked beneath Rex's feet. He slipped, but Snap bit onto his tail and pulled him up. Too close, Snap muttered. Finally, they reached the Pillar of Eternity, a glowing stone obelisk. Snap quickly placed the hourglass on top. The moment he did, time reset. The ruins vanished. The desert returned to normal, and they found themselves back in the present. A lesson from time. The deep voice returned. Time is a gift, but it must not be played with. Rex and Snap looked at each other. Snap smirked. Well, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, Rex laughed. Or maybe a once-in-all-time experience. Rex and Snap's adventure in the Forest of Illusions. One morning, Rex and Snap were traveling through a thick jungle when they spotted something strange, a glowing doorway in the middle of the trees. This wasn't here before, Snap said, narrowing his eyes. Before they could decide what to do, a gust of wind pulled them inside, trapped in the illusion. The moment they stepped through, the jungle around them shifted. Trees moved on their own. The sky changed colors, and their footprints disappeared behind them. Rex gulped. I think we're lost. A mysterious voice echoed, find the real path, or be lost forever. The three paths. Suddenly, three paths appeared before them. 1, a golden road leading to a shining castle. 2, a dark cave with glowing red eyes inside. 3, a narrow bridge covered in fog. Rex pointed at the golden road. That castle looks nice. Let's go there. Snap frowned. It looks too nice. I don't trust it. Instead, he tossed a rock at the castle, and it vanished into thin air. Rex's eyes widened. Good call. The trial of reflection. Choosing the foggy bridge, they carefully stepped forward. The deeper they went, the more confusing the world became. Trees looked like monsters, and even their own reflections in the water tried to talk to them. At one point, Rex saw another Snap in the reflection. Hey, you're going the wrong way, the reflection said. Snap raised an eyebrow. Nice try. He tossed a leaf into the water, and the fake Snap melted away, revealing the real path forward. The Guardian of Truth. At the end of the path, a giant owl with glowing blue eyes waited for them. You have seen through the illusions, the owl hooted. Only those who trust their minds, not just their eyes, may leave. The glowing doorway appeared again. As Rex and Snap stepped through, they found themselves back in the real jungle. Rex sighed in relief. That was the weirdest place we've ever been. Snap smirked. And the smartest we've ever been.